It is my enormous pleasure to introduce Florence Shaw, our student orator who will speak on behalf of the class of 2022. Our student orators have been invited to speak in recognition of their hard work on behalf of the student community and commitment to their studies. Our speakers have both pursued the most enriching experience they could during their time at York, as well as giving back to their community. On behalf of the class of 2022, I give you Florence Shaw.
Ladies and gentlemen, graduates of 2021, honoured guests, it is my great privilege to welcome and address you at this graduation ceremony. Meryl Streep has often been described as the best actress of her generation. She holds the record for the most Academy Award nominations of any actor, 3 Oscars, and the highest honour in American cinema. And yet, she cannot act, nor is it conceivable that any of us would want to see her in a film. At least, this is how she perceives herself. Imposter syndrome is the self-doubt that leaves us unable to internalise our accomplishments, a persistent fear that we will be exposed as an imposter, a fraud, or undeserving of our achievements. It is the reason why great talents like Meryl Streep and even Albert Einstein come to doubt their own life work, and the reason I never would have imagined that I would be standing in front of you today. It is almost tradition to begin any graduation speech with an expression of immense relief and pride. We finally did it. We finally reached the finish line. For me, this statement could not feel more true. Whilst we are all here celebrating this fantastic achievement, some journeys are more turbulent than others. I first came to the University of York to study law in 2014. I quickly became overwhelmed, believing that uni wasn't for me, law was too hard, and it was a pure fluke that I had even been given a place at all. After I made the difficult decision to leave, I came across an apprenticeship in professional cookery, and I fell in love with being a chef. The years that followed brought immense personal growth as I watched myself go from struggling to chop an onion to running a kitchen and crafting my own menu from scratch. It was then that I began to realise how capable I really was, and in 2017 I reapplied to study law. In the weeks before I was due to start, the doubts began to creep in again. I was ready each day to send an email to admissions explaining my change of heart. And even after making it through the first few months, I still felt like I had wasted so much time, and that being a dropout or a mature student made me somehow undeserving of any opportunities that came my way. It turns out that my own personal journey gave me experiences that were key to accessing some amazing opportunities, from becoming a student ambassador to living in Singapore for a year as part of the Global Exchange Programme. The things that I had previously thought to be a disadvantage became invaluable when showing prospective students that not everybody follows the same path in life, and this is okay. I am grateful to the University of York for giving me a second chance, for accepting their students based on factors that go beyond grades and showing me that taking an unconventional path does not limit your opportunities. I recently accepted a place on a graduate scheme, and again the same familiar feeling reared its ugly head. 1 week into my new role, we were invited to attend a talk about imposter syndrome. I was in disbelief when a partner of the firm began describing experiences identical to the way I had felt so many times, despite her incredible success. Talking about this showed me that even those who appear the most confident, the most successful in the room, have struggled with imposter syndrome at some point in their lives. And all too often, we find ourselves comparing our own lives to those around us, usually to our own detriment. We would all be remiss not to take this opportunity to thank our biggest supporters, family, friends, those here with us today, those who could not be here, and those who never stopped believing in our abilities, even when we didn't believe in them ourselves. If the past decade has taught me anything, it is that self-doubt has the potential to rob us of what we are truly capable of. It did not get us where we are today, nor should we let it determine where we go from here. Congratulations, class of 2021, and remember, you all deserve to be here.